I want to start off by giving our praises to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shah, by Hashem, Rakakadesh. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone that taught me this truth. Alright, this picture is the modern Samson. Alright, so let me just start off by reading what happened to Samson. This is Judges 16 verses 15. Probably 15 through 21. Alright. And she said unto him, How canst thou say, I love thee, when thy heart is not with me? Thou hast mocked me these 3 times, and hast not told me wherein thy great strength lies. And it came to pass, when she pressed him daily with her words, and urged him so, that his soul was vexed unto death. Alright, so she kept begging and begging and begging to know the secret of Samson's strength. Alright, because Samson wouldn't tell her. Because you think about it, for Samson to go so long without telling her, he knew it wasn't a good idea, to put his trust in her. Alright, that he told her all his heart and said unto her, There has not come a razor unto my head, for I have been a Nazarene until power from my mother's womb. If I be shaven, then my strength will go from me, and I will become weak and be like any other man. And when Delilah saw that he had told her all his heart, she sent and called for the lords of the Philistines, saying, Come up this once, for he hath showed me all his heart. Then the lords of the Philistines came up unto her, and brought money in their hands. And she made him sleep upon her knees. And she called for a man, and she caused him to shave off the 7 locks of his head. And she began to afflict him, and his strength went from him. And she said, The Philistines be upon thee, Samson. And he awoken out of his sleep, and said, I will go out as the other times before, and shake myself. And wist not that the Lord was departed from him. So Delilah had tricked him, had cutting off his locks, and the Lord had left him, because he broke his Nazarene vow by letting Delilah cut his locks off, alright? But the Philistines took him, put out his eyes, and brought him down to Gaza, and bound him with the fetters of brass, and he did grind in the prison house. Alright, so they bound him like a slave, That's how they did the slaves back in the day. Alright, and they captured Samson, and they captured him because he put his trust in Delilah, the Philistine woman. And Philistines were Africans, dark-skinned people. And he put his trust in the Philistine woman, and she turned on him, and not, and she was a woman of the other nations, a heathen woman, and he shouldn't have never put his trust in her. Alright, so that's pretty much what's the story of Samson, in case anyone never heard it. Alright, now you get to this picture again, and you see you got a Edomite woman, and what appears to be an Israelite man, and she looked like she had shaved his hair, took his strength, and you got the Edomite man approaching. Alright, now that right there is interpret what happens when Jake tries to get in bed and be buddy and friends with the Edomites. It never ends well for Jake. Alright, this is Proverbs chapter 11 verse 21. Though hand join in hand, the wicked should not be unpunished, but the seed of the righteous should be delivered. Alright, so it's saying though hand join in hand, the wicked is still gonna be punished. Alright, so getting in good with them, it ain't gonna change nothing. They still gonna get their punishment, their judgment for all the wrong they did. Only thing that's gonna do is put you in there. Alright, and as you can see, this woman is wearing a sash that says Southern Democrat. Alright, So she's pretty much representing the Democratic Party. Alright? And if you feel the vibe, the woman, the Edomite woman also represents America. Alright? So it's kind of like she's representing America, what they call Lady Liberty in the Democratic Party. And Jake was in bed with her, and while he was sleeping, she cut off his hair, cut off his locks to suffer his strength. And that's exactly what has happened to Israel as a nation to this day. Alright? While we have been sleeping, the Edomite has cut off our strength. Alright? Now this is let's see. First Maccabees and First Maccabees, first chapter, starting at the 11th. I'm gonna read the 11th through 15th. In those days went out there out of Israel wicked men who persuade many, saying, "Let us go and make a covenant with the heathen that are round about us. For since we departed from them, we have had more sorrows." And that's where you come with all these wicked pastors and politicians that want us Jake to get in bed, with the heathen, alright? Just like Samson did. And just like Samson was caught and thrown into the stars, it's gonna be the same for us. You get in bed with the heathen, they're gonna misuse you, they're gonna trick you, and it's gonna end badly for you. Alright? So the wicked man, these politicians, Jake pastors that keep telling us to get in bed with the heathen are saying, "Come, let us make a covenant with the heathen." Alright? 12th verse. So this device pleased them well. Then certain of the people were so forward herein, they went to the king, and who gave them license to do after the ordinance of the heathen. And that's like the church getting that tax deal, that was that 501c3 card, whatever you call it, and that's them getting that license to do after the heathen. Alright, these politicians being endorsed by them and things of that nature, that's their license to do after the heathen. Alright, and then say 14th verse, whereupon they built a place of exercise at Jerusalem according to the customs of the heathen. And they place an exercise, they gyms for some wicked places where a lot of homosexual acts went on. Alright, and they put that in the holy capital, Jerusalem. Alright, and 15, and made themselves uncircumcised and forsook the holy covenant and joined themselves to the heathen and were sold to do mischief. So they was made to do mischief because they joined themselves onto the heathen. Alright, so we're going to skip down to verse 41, same chapter, through 46. Alright. Moreover, King Ahasuerus wrote to his whole kingdom that all should be one people. And, it's like America now. Everybody's one, we all be one, and now they even trying to get it on a bigger stage. And now they want the whole world to be one people and to follow their customs. Alright, and if you don't get down with their NWO agenda, they're gonna lock you out of society to where you won't be able to function. Alright. Alright, and 42nd verse. And everyone should leave his laws. So all the heathen agreed according to the commandments of the king. Ye may also of the Israelites consort to his religion and sacrifice unto his idols and profane the Sabbath. So you say even the Israelites, that's what like our people right now, getting go juiced up and doing all this stuff that you ain't supposed to be doing, bagging what's that group BLM, which that right there is just complete wickedness, alright, because their mission was to get rid of the patriarch when they first came out. And that's still their mission, they just trying to hide that fact now. And all these other wicked agendas, that our people bag, that we should be staying far away from. Alright. 44th verse. For the king had sent letters by messengers unto Jerusalem in the city of Judah, and they should follow the strange laws of the land, and forbid burnt offerings and sacrifice, the drink offerings in the temple, and they shall profane the Sabbath, any festivals, and polluted the sanctuary and the holy people. So pretty much they went into the temple and just completely defiled it. And that's what came from making a covenant with the heathen. Having the temple defiled. Alright? Because in the end, you never should have made any kind of covenant with the heathen. And once again, getting back to this picture, you see the woman with the with his locks, or the Israelite locks, and once again the Edomite woman is representing Lady Liberty America, the Southern Democratic Party in this picture. And you say America is taking the Israelite men's strength, and Edomite men is coming in to finish them off. Alright, Delilah. Alright, this is Revelations 18 verse 4. And I heard another voice from heaven saying, come out of her, my people, that ye be not partakers of her sins, that ye receive not of her plagues. So pretty much he heard another voice telling him to come out of her, my people. Alright, so pretty much, and that is not a physical thing to come out of her. That is mentally, alright, the ways of America. Alright, because the chariots are under the elect is stuck here. That's pretty much the only way out. But when they say come out of her people, her customs, her ways of following, come back to what's right, what's holy, what you're supposed to be doing, the ways that are pleasing to the Lord, is what it means to come out of her, my people. Alright, this is Jeremiah chapter 51, verse 6 through 9. Flee out of the midst of Babylon, and deliver every man his own soul. Be not cut off in her iniquity, for this is the time of the Lord's vengeance, and he will render unto her a recompense. Babylon hath been a golden cup in the Lord's hand, that made all the earth drunken. The nations have drunken of her wine, therefore the nations are mad. So that's pretty much saying all these other nations have brought into the American way of life, the American philosophies. And like I hear people say, that's why when you go there, they seem like America. It don't never seem like you left America. Alright? So flee out of the midst of her, what it said in the other verse, come out of her ways. Alright? Babylon is suddenly fallen and destroyed. Howl for her, take balm for her pain. If so be, she might be healed. Alright, so it say, howl for her, take balm for her, if so be, she might be healed. But then the 9th verse say, we would have healed Babylon, but she is not healed. Forsake her, and let's go everyone into his own country. For the judgments reaches unto the heavens, and is lifted up even to the sky. So it's pretty much saying everyone's going to return to their own people and leave out of Babylon, how they came in, because Babylon can't be healed. And you can see that with all these stimulus and everything they doing, government substance and everything they doing, trying to prop this place up. None of it is working. It's still falling apart, no matter how much they put into it. Alright, so none of it is working to hold this place up. And pretty soon, no matter how they feel, or no matter what they try to do, America is gonna fall. Alright. And this is alright, America's gonna fall. This is Psalms 83. Alright. Because how America was started by, the Israelites going down and it. Alright, this Psalm of King David. Keep not thy silence, O power. Hold not thy peace, and be not still, O power. For thy enemies have made a tumble, and they have hated thee, and have lifted up their head. Some of us are agreement, alright. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people, and consulted against thy hidden ones. Alright, which are the Israelites, they came against our people. They have said, come, let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance. And that's what they did. They took us and made us not be a nation. We the only people that don't know who they are, have no idea who they are in this world. So that pretty much shows that we are the Israelites, cause every other group of people got a nationality. Ain't no Africans came over here to try to rescue us from America. So ain't nobody came, to help us because we belong to no country. All right, and the Gentiles are in our country right now. All right. Fifth verse. For they have consulted together with one consent that they are confederate against thee. Alright, they are confederates against this. And then they go on to name the nations by name. The tabernacle of Edom, which is the 13 nations of Edomites. And the Ishmaelites, it's 12 nations of them the Arabs. Moab, which is the Chinese. And the Hagareans, which I'm not too sure who they are. Alright, then Gabal and Ammon and the Amalek. Amalek is the fake Jews, alright, over there. Alright, and the Philistines with the inhabitants of Tyre. And those are the Africans, alright. So that lets you know all these nations work together against us, to put us into slavery and to cut us off from being a nation and to keep us from remembering who we are. Alright, and that's why when you go over to Psalms 137, and I'm reading verse 7 through 9. Remember, O Lord, the children of Edom in the day of Jerusalem, who said, raise it, even to the foundation therefore. So pretty much they said, erase who we are, erase all our history, all the way down to the foundation, to where we have nothing to hold on to, nothing to remember to, and another nation of people has not been done it to, but the Israelites. That's how we know we are the Israelites. All right. O daughter of Babylon. So this lets you know it wasn't talking about any of the previous Babylons. It said, O daughter of Babylon, who ought to be destroyed. So this also letting you know that Edom was going to be the head of Babylon. Alright, O daughter of Babylon, who ought to be destroyed, happy should he be that rewarded thee as thou hast served us. So happy should he be, the Lord's going to be, for them to get the same reward, the same thing happening to them to what they have did to us. Alright, happy should he be that taketh and dashes thy little ones against the stones. Alright, so that's the Lord say, happy should he be to pay them back for what they did to us the same way. Alright, and once again, this picture says it all. This lady who's representing literally the Southern Democratic Party and our people and what we're going through with the Democrats to this day. Alright, they can't let go of them. They think just because the Republicans are racist that the Democratic Party means you good, and they don't. And just like she got that razor in her hand, shaving out his locks, his strength, the Democratic Party has took all the strength out of Israel in this country, And then you see the rest of the country, is coming in for the kill. Like on the pictures, the rest of the Edomites coming in for the kill. To bind them up, throw them in jail, just like Samson. So this truly is the modern day Samson. With that, Shalom.